Hi everyone, Roman's here, and today we're talking about content and more specifically about why sometimes it might bring some lackluster results. Well, obviously everything you see online right now is content, and the very fact that you're watching this video means that you realize just how crucial it is to your business. And you're probably already working on creating some of it, and you might not just see the right results, right? Not something that you would expect and hope for. So what could be the reasons for that? In this video, we're going to talk about two situations. The first one is when the content is new, and again, it's not giving you the results you desired. Or the content is old, it used to work great, but now for some reason you see the numbers are going down and you losing your place on SRP, or there are some other issues with the text. So we'll try and figure out how you can spot the problem, fix it with minimum time and effort, and make your content work for you. So let's get started. And first, we'll take a look at the new content and why might it underperform. The first possible culprit and suspect is keywords, or more specifically, wrong keywords. First of all, if you're dealing with SEO and pay-per-click ads yourself, you know what keywords you're trying to rank for. If you're not, then you can ask whoever is responsible in your team for doing that. So once you have those lists of keywords, you can just type them in plus probably location of your business and see how well your business is ranking. And if you see that you're ranking relatively high and yet not getting those leads, you're not getting those clicks, then the issue might not be the SEO part, which is doing its job and your site is ranking high, but it might be just the wrong keywords. You might be ranking for something that, people, when they're looking for it, they actually not looking for your solar company or any solar company whatsoever. They're not looking for solar panels. They're not looking for new renewable energy. So my point here is, if you see that your website is ranking high on certain keywords and yet you're not getting leads, you might want to reconsider the keywords themselves, right? That means that you'll have to do the whole keyword research again, do it more meticulously, and at the end test new different keywords and see how well you rank with them. Another problem could be, of course, is that you're actually not ranking that high on particular keywords. And the problem here could be that those keywords are just too general and it is too difficult to rank high on them. The problem for that could be is that the top websites ranking for the same word could be some key industry players or even government agency that naturally have just more trust from Google. You can easily check that by typing in the keywords you try to rank for and seeing the top players there and trying to check what those websites are, and the chances are those websites. There are some major players and really big companies. So what you can do here is go for long tail keywords, more specific combinations of words that are still extremely relevant but just for your business. The problem here is that it would take you a bit longer time to do keyword research to figure out the exact combinations that would work well, but the results are usually amazing. Actually, about 70% of the actual leads you get from those long tail keywords, because again, you've been too specific, and the person who would type in the exact combination would more likely actually be interested in your specific business, in solar panels, in the services that you provide, and that's, at the end of the day, that's what you want. So make sure that you're not being lazy on doing your keyword research and finding long tail keywords for your website. But let's say you're not ranking high, however, the websites that are above you are no better than yours, and the businesses can be actually smaller than your company, and yet still they manage to rank higher than your website. What the problem is here? Well, the issue could be in the content optimization for SEO, of course. What it means is that even if your article is well written, has really good data and really interesting information, it might not be seen as such by Google's robots or crawlers, they called. You see, those are just programs, bots, and of course they are created to understand what the article is about and whether it's related to the website and the keyword you're trying to rank high for. However, it's still a robot, and you have to give a bit of a nudge in the right direction. So what can you do to show Google that your article is relevant, that your article should rank high and make your website rank higher for a particular keyword? Well, there are a few more technical things here. First of all, make sure that every single H1 headline has the keyword that you want to rank for, and some of H2 and H3 headlines should also have keywords placed there. Of course, you do need to be careful. Don't put the keyword in every single sentence. Again, Google will see that as essentially spamming and might penalize your website for doing that. So it still has to be natural, but you'd still have to be able to track the keyword throughout the whole text. The same goes for illustrations. Make sure that all your illustrations have alt tags. Yes, the things that help, again, Google understand that the image that you're using, again, is related to the topic. Don't forget about that. And another thing are meta descriptions and headings. The thing here actually could be that you are kind of ranking high, but still not getting enough visits and enough clicks onto your website. The problem here might be in meta description. Essentially, the thing that you see on SARP as you type in a keyword, and for that you again have to go meticulously and check every single keyword and see what kind of a line you see leading to your website. Would you, as a visitor, click on this link if you were looking for that particular keywords? Because again, there sometimes can be a great master job of SEO done and the website is ranking high, but for whatever reason the main line leading to the website has nothing to do with the keyword, and naturally a person looking for the keyword would not click on that website even if they see it ranking high on the list. So make sure that you check all those boxes, make sure that all of these things are done correctly, are done well, and then you might see the results changing and going your way. So just to recap, what could be the problems with new content in terms of SEO? Well, first of all, wrong keywords. You see ranking high, you see the visitors coming to your website, but if you analyze their activity on your website, you'll see that they click here and there and they haven't found what they were looking for and they just leave your website. Then you have to reconsider your whole keyword strategy. Another issue, keywords might be fine, but it's so damn hard to rank high on them. And you see that all the major players, all the huge websites or government agencies are ranking for the same word. There's no way you're gonna, rank higher against them, at least in any near future. So it would make more sense just to find longer keywords, more specific ones, especially considering that they actually do bring more business with them. Again, that comes down to better keyword research. And finally, the keywords might be all right. And if you look at the competition, there's no such a company that you wouldn't expect to, be overwhelmingly powerful in this field. So the reason could be that your content is simply not well optimized. Then again, you have to make sure that you check all the boxes, that your keyword is presented in every heading, but again, not overused. Be careful with that, and that the meta description itself has the keyword and gives a clear idea what the person will see if they click on that link. So these are the major issues with the new content. Now let's talk about the old content and what might go wrong with this? And the situation usually is such that you see that you used to rank high on certain keywords that certain content used to have, and now suddenly you see that you're going down. So what could be the issue here? And again, we'll try to put it into two categories. First of all, it has to do with how ethical the original SEO used on this content was. And secondly, is just that the content is either actually outdated or it might appear as such to your new visitors. So what is ethical SEO? Well, the idea is that you want to rank high on Google. A user wants to find some valuable and relevant information, and Google wants to provide user with that valuable and relevant information by providing your link to the website. So when you do that, when you actually create high value content, and of course with certain things that allow Google to understand that it's high value content, everybody wins. Again, the user gets the content they were looking for, you get the user, and Google again gets the happy user who found what they were looking for. It's a win-win situation. However, of course, there are certain practices that allow to exploit certain technicalities and make it appear as if your website or your content on your website is high value without it actually being so. And the thing is, this is an ongoing struggle between those people trying to dupe the system and Google. And Google constantly changing its policy, constantly changing algorithms. And the issue might be so that your content and your website was optimized with unethical methods that would bring you, really fruitful and quick results. But once Google updated algorithm just to notice and ban such practices as they were used on your website, you start ranking lower and lower in these particular keywords. If you know for a fact that such practices have been used, well, it'd just be the best idea just to scrap it all off and start creating new content. If you're unsure, again, get in touch with guys who we're dealing with your SEO and ask them what kind of practices they use, what kind of things and tools they practice, and try and again really figure out whether there were some scheming involved. Again, it's the earlier you realize that it wasn't particularly ethical, the better, because this will give you an opportunity to start anew and again start ranking high on those keywords again. But what if the content that you're actually using on your website, for a fact of good quality, has good relevant information? Well, the problem might be is that it appears to be old. And I know most of the facts are still true and they don't change over a few years' time. However, I'd like you to take a look at this from the point of view of a visitor who might not know anything about your industry or about the technology. And even an article that would describe the principle of working of solar panels, which is basic and sort of been the same for many years, might put him off because of certain images that look stale, or like in the very heading having a year that is not the current year or something like that. So I'd like to advise you to indulge such superstitions and do a bit of a dusting off, essentially, right? Update images, maybe add a bit of new statistics, or just get rid of mentioning of like old years or something like that, and just it will make your content and your article appear more fresh, and that's what it's all about. Otherwise, if it is some kind of a news that's been there for a few years, and then you might actually reconsider writing a new one, or maybe using the same idea but looking up the new data and changing the article a little bit might actually again help you without spending too much time or effort having new relevant content that would be interesting for a potential visitor. So to sum up, those are the major issues that could be wrong with either new content or old content. Of course, there are smaller problems and issues that can always be perfected. That's why I personally always try to encourage business owners to first start working on SEO themselves. And normally, if you haven't done any work on SEO and you just start doing that, you might see some good results right there, right away. But of course, as you progress through it, you might see that the process is getting slowed down. And that's because, of course, you do need certain knowledge that can be acquired only through years and years working in the industry and understanding the principles of search engine optimization. We've been talking about content, but content is always based on the knowledge of the industry, and that's the trick of this process. That on the one hand, you do need professionals who know internet marketing well, but on the other hand, you want professionals who know your industry well. And that's why I believe in our business and in our company, where not only have great expertise in internet marketing industry, but for several years we've been working with solar companies exclusively because we believe in this field, we believe in this industry, we believe in green and solar future, and we know your industry and your clients well. So if you want to find out something more about content, search engine optimization, or generally internet marketing, please get in touch with us. You can do it either by visiting our website, over there, solar-seo.com. You can write us at care, that's CARE, at solar-seo.com, or call us at +1 323 285 2811. Get in touch with us. We'll find out what's wrong with your content, how it can be improved, or we'll just applaud you for the great content you already have and give you a few more suggestions on how you can make your website work better for you. So get in touch with us. See you later next time. And it's been Roman. Take care.